Fruit, nature's candy. It's sweet, juicy, and packed with flavor. Plants want to spread their seed, and they trick humans into doing it for them with their sweet, flavorful, and energy-packed flesh. But what happens if you eat nothing but fruit for 7 days straight? Will you unlock new levels of health and energy? Will your body start to spontaneously heal itself due to a barrage of much-needed vitamins and minerals? Or will you develop diabetes and extreme gastrointestinal distress from the sheer amount of sugar and fiber? Well, I'm about to find out. For the next week, I will consume nothing but fruit and see what happens to my body and my bank account. I will track everything, including the amount of calories I eat each day, how much sugar I eat, my activity level, any weight gain or loss, my body composition, and how much I spend on fruit. I started off by determining my starting point, and then because it was Sunday, we took off to the bush for our morning group hike. And the very first thing that I consumed was everybody's favorite fruit. Coffee. All right, day one of the fruit week. Nothing but fruit this week, and coffee. Well, the coffee bean isn't technically a fruit. It's not actually a bean either. It's a seed that grows inside the coffee cherry. But let's not get caught up in the details. I'm gonna be drinking coffee throughout this challenge. So we took off walking and we had an incredible time enjoying nature with our friends. After the hike, I was ready to replenish, so I went directly to my favorite grocery store, Spud Shed. Beautiful morning hike. Now it's time to get some fruit. If you have no idea what a Spud Shed is, check out my video where I ran an ultra marathon at Spud Shed and spent 24 hours there eating and explaining all of the history of the store. Now, this isn't a brand new diet. People have been eating fruit for as long as we've been humans. And there's even modern day people who have been doing an all fruit diet for years or decades. So in order to do a little bit of research, I turned to the only place where you can get reliable information these days: the modern day Library of Alexandria, TikTok. TikTok is a social media platform where people go to destroy their mental health and watch chubby children eat food at Costco. But it's also a vast store of information where experts of all type create content for people with no attention span. First, I came across this guy who thinks the key to the fruit diet is eating a large range of colors and vibrations of fruit.
Color, full range of foods and colors and vibrations into my system.
And then this guy who believes humans were designed to eat fruit the same way sharks were designed to eat fish.
Fruit is human food. Like every species has their food. Sharks eat fish, horses eat hay and grass, birds eat worms. What do humans eat? Fruit.
And there's no shortage of experts and doctors all over the internet claiming that eating nothing but fruit can heal your body and cure all sorts of diseases. But on the other side of the argument, there's tons of people who believe that eating nothing but meat can do the exact same thing.
I believe that the human species are carnivores, and therefore I believe the primary energy source for humans is fat.
And the problem is they both put forward a lot of interesting points, and it's pretty hard to figure out for yourself what's actually going on. So really, the only way to figure this stuff out is just try it for yourself and see how you feel. But Spud Shed is a great place to load up on fresh produce, so I absolutely loaded up on fresh fruit and a few other essential items to help me through this week. All right, we are absolutely stocked up. Apples, bananas, dates, what else? We got frozen mango, frozen pineapple, nectarines, kiwis. It's gonna be a big week of fruit. And the best of all, our new son in the back seat, 12 kilos. That's like 25 pounds of watermelon back there. He's strapped in, he's not going anywhere. We're gonna start the day, classic apple. Also, $62 spent so far in this challenge. Pretty typical for a week of groceries, but I don't know if that's gonna last me the whole week. After scarfing down that apple and unloading my groceries. How was the ride, buddy? You all right? Let me unbuckle you. I was ready to have my first real meal. I loaded up my blender with pineapple, coconut yogurt, orange juice, some powdered reds and green banana fiber. And these are two things I typically have in my diet, and they're great because they feed two very important gut bacteria, Akkermansia and bifidobacteria. And I also threw in a full kiwi for good measure. But that is delicious. It tastes exactly like a pina colada. The smoothie was delicious, and I decided to have a handful of dates as well to get a few extra calories in. Unfortunately, that didn't sit with me too long because just an hour later, I was ready for my next meal. I'm already hungry. Got a feeling that's gonna be a pretty common theme in this challenge. So, it's time for this. This is the kind of fruit that makes you feel primal. Something that would be a godsend if you were wandering around a jungle on a hot day. It's heavy, 12 kilos of watermelon, so you really have to work for it. Cutting into it feels like butchering a fresh kill, something you have to honor and respect. The flesh spills out, bright red, something that tickles that reptilian part of your brain and just screams nourishment. 1.7 kilos. This giant bowl comes out to 496 calories. But we're gonna kick this up a notch. A bit of lemon juice and salt. You're sitting in the sun, looking like a mess. Juice dripping down your chin, your hands sticky with watermelon like it's some kind of fruit crime scene. But who cares? You bite in, and it's like nature's candy flesh. Sweet, refreshing, the kind of thing that makes you wonder why you even bother with anything else. The sun's beating down like it's trying to cook you, but this melon, it's your lifeline. You're a sweaty, sticky disaster, but in this moment, you've never felt more alive. I just took it easy for the rest of the afternoon. I think I probably ate a little too much. I'm so full after that. A couple hours later, my hunger was back yet again, so I had 4 dates, a banana, and a nectarine. If you like snacking, this diet is for you, because you gotta keep snacking all day. Finally, it was dinner time, and with my wife cooking a delicious meal in the background, I prepared a tremendous fruit salad. Banana, watermelon, nectarines, some coconut yogurt, and then I put... The dinner was delicious, but I was already starting to feel some of the effects from this diet.
Mango.
This mango puree all over it. Thank you. Ladies got delicious beef and potatoes, but mine looks pretty good too. I'm not upset about this. Well, it was a great dinner. We'll see if I need to eat something again in an hour or two. But
What?
I just too much sugar in my brain. I can't talk.
Ay, mi amor.
Delicious dinner, but we'll see if I get hungry again in an hour or two. Well, it's been a pretty good day. I think I'm gonna be able to survive this challenge. Not too bad so far. The crazy thing is, you know, it's a pretty hot day. Went for that hike this morning. I haven't drank anything except for 2 cups of coffee today. And I feel fully hydrated, don't feel thirsty at all. So fruit, very hydrating. It is kind of inconvenient getting hungry every 2 hours though. On day 1, I spent $62, ate 2,632 calories, ate 373 grams of sugar, and walked 14,366 steps. Second day of the fruit diet. Had an incredible sleep last night, woke up feeling refreshed, not bloated, not full at all, even though I ate a ton of food and fiber yesterday. And I feel like I got a ton of energy, so I'm excited for the day. Let's hope we can keep this up. Just brewing up some coffee, gonna hit a workout, and then it's off to work for the day. My workout felt great, even though I didn't eat any fruit beforehand, but by the time I finished, I really started craving the same pina colada smoothie I had from day 1. I quickly drank that and then went off to work for the day. At work, I spent most of the day snacking on fruit and continued snacking on the way home. This diet's great. Now, my favorite fruit by far is the mango. And even though mango is in season right now, inflation has really hit the mango stock price, so I haven't had a fresh one yet. But what better occasion than the fruit diet to splurge on one of these glorious golden gushers. When I got home, I only had about an hour before my jiu-jitsu class, and I needed something quick and fruity. Gotta make a bit of a pre-workout, so we're gonna see how much watermelon we can fit in this cup. Blend it up, enjoy a delicious drink. Watermelon is an excellent pre-workout snack because it has high levels of the amino acid citrulline, which helps increase nitric oxide production, which means it gives you better blood flow and it can help reduce post-workout soreness. It's also 90% water and is super hydrating. Don't think it gets any more hydrating than that. Much of the water in fruit is structured water, which means the water molecules are arranged in hexagonal patterns and they can be more efficiently used by your cells. Nature's Gatorade. I was hydrated, energized, and ready to roll. Just had a great class, felt super hydrated, super energized. The fruit diet is working. Turns out you don't always need crazy psycho mode pre-workouts. Sometimes the best fuel is simple, clean stuff, like watermelon. I drove home and it was finally time for dinner. And to be honest, I've had a lot of sweets lately. Getting a little tired of all the sweets. So I'm gonna have a very controversial fruit. The tomato. Oh, it's just like a quarter of a tomato. Lady was cooking a bunch of dinner. Looks delicious, smells delicious. There's a leftover half tomato here. But I'm also gonna have the mango I got this afternoon, an apple, a banana, and maybe a few other things we find. Lady's got a delicious curry chicken, and super jealous of that meal, but I can't complain too much. This is pretty good. My tomato, my salty snack for the night. Let's try this. This is gonna be great. Day 2 of eating nothing but fruit complete. What have I learned so far? I have to eat a lot, and I have to eat very frequently. And I really have to fill up when I eat my meals. Also, my brain isn't working at full capacity right now. After I eat a meal, I think it's the crazy sugar rush, but I literally feel high, like I'm buzzing, which is absolutely great for workouts. I can fly through workouts. I also don't have to drink water anymore. I'm just super hydrated all the time, which is great. So workouts are great, but mentally I am not my sharpest. If I had to guess, I'll be from the large amounts of sugar I'm consuming throughout the day. But that's it for day 3. But that's it for day 2. I'm gonna finish off the day, have a few of these little banana chips, and see you guys for day 3 tomorrow. On day 2, I spent $3.99, ate 2,776 calories, ate 403 grams of sugar, walked 7,885 steps, and lost 0.6 pounds. Day number 3. What better way to start the day? Big glass of orange juice. Sleep was great last night. I think that's the biggest factor I'm noticing so far. Just have great sleeps. Probably because I typically eat quite late. So if I have a full belly, it's gonna be a lot harder to sleep with all that digestion. Whereas the fruit gets processed really quickly. My weight is down a little bit today, but just a pound, so it's probably just a change of hydration levels. I almost ate 3,000 calories of fruit yesterday, so don't think it was a lack of energy. Just gonna actually get some water in today. I had another good morning workout, and for breakfast I had the same pina colada shake. But today I added 2 nectarines and 2 dates. Bulk it up a little bit, change the flavor. Get a bit of a late start today because I'm not going to work. Got a first aid course, so easy day. Cruised over to my first aid course and got to work resuscitating some plastic babies. For lunch, I had some nectarines and some dates, and then I went for a walk in the sun. Interesting little fact, it's 32 degrees out right now, and in my hometown, at this exact moment in Canada, it's negative 32 degrees. I had an apple later in the afternoon, and then I got to work crushing people's sternums. Picked up these snake bite bandages in case anyone gets attacked on one of our adventures. All right, I'm fully first aid certified once again. Now time for jiu-jitsu class. I went straight to my jiu-jitsu class and practiced a few things because today I got to teach my first ever jiu-jitsu class. Everything went really well and I had a ton of fun teaching. Can't wait to do it again. After class, we had some really hard sparring, and all my fruit from the day wasn't quite enough to keep me hydrated, so I chugged some water and then had to stop again at the grocery store on my way home to get some more hydration and fruit for the rest of the week. It's turning out to be kind of an expensive week. Fruit ain't cheap. Dinner time. I am beat from today, so I'm in the mood for something really refreshing. I got a quarter mango and a bunch of yogurt. I'm gonna blend it up, make a delicious juice, and then try and make something else as well. Don't think that'll be enough. Oh, that's a good mixture. When I finish this, I'm up to 2,000 calories for the day. Definitely gonna need a bit more than that. Another 700 grams of watermelon. Gonna blend this up, have 3 servings of these banana chips, and call it a night. That's it for day number 3. With another day of fruit done, it really started to hit me how important it was to get my calories in early. Because if you're not constantly eating on this diet, you're falling behind and you're losing weight.
Oh, I'm so full. And I feel drowsy from all the carbs I just ate. Love this diet.
On day 3, I spent $32.50, ate 2,651 calories, I ate 368 grams of sugar, I walked only 6,371 steps, and I lost 1 pound. On day 4, the streak of amazing sleeps had finally come to an end.
Had a really rough night last night. Woke up with my stomach just cramping and aching for ages. Really hard to get back to sleep. Finally did, and this morning, still not in good shape. It's just sore. I don't know if I had too much watermelon last night or who knows, but do not feel good today.
I was feeling pretty rough, but I went for a short run and saw the sunrise, and it started to revitalize me. I skipped a big breakfast and just had a nectarine and a coffee on my way to work. I had a few light snacks and started to feel better as the day went on.
Maybe the fruit life is still the way to go. Let's find out.
After lunch, I got to play with a stick insect for a bit. And then I had some dates on the way home before whipping up another pre-workout smoothie. All right, a little bit behind on my calories today since I didn't have my normal breakfast. So I blended up this massive fruit smoothie. Got a ton of stuff in here. Just gonna enjoy this in the sun and wait for my jiu-jitsu class. I crushed a quarter watermelon and I was going back to have some more when I realized something had gone horribly wrong.
Ooh. Oh. Oh no. Oh, it's fermenting. This is like watermelon vodka. Yeah, that's not good. This thing's starting to ferment. It literally smells like watermelon vodka. It's not part of the diet.
But that didn't stop me from having another fun jiu-jitsu class and then once again, stopping at the grocery store. 17:45. This is an expensive diet. I was quite behind on my calories, so I took a few ingredients and prepared a delicious coconut yogurt bowl with dates and apricots. Dinner time. I'm feeling all right, but honestly, I do not feel like eating at all. And I've only had 900 calories today. Just this high volume fruit. It's honestly kind of tough to get down. I made up this giant bowl here, and then I've got 3 plums to accompany it. It's another just about 900 calories, so put me at only 1,800 for the day. And yes, looks delicious. I'll have a bite now. Here we go. It's good. I just do not feel hungry whatsoever. This challenge is starting to get difficult. Really have a love-hate relationship with this diet. At points, I just love it. I feel like I have tons of energy. I can eat all this delicious fruit. Then at other points, I just kind of want something salty and crunchy and not fruit. I guess when you can only have one thing, you just want everything else. Day 4, definitely my lowest day of the challenge so far. At first it was fun. Fresh, vibrant fruit, sweetness everywhere, like a fruity wonderland dream. But now, it's a damn slog. I'm sitting there, staring at another bowl of plant flesh like it's a cruel joke. Mushy, watery, sticky chunks of sugar-laden disappointment. You know what? I'm not even hungry. I've only had 900 calories today, and I don't want any more fruit. Fruit's supposed to be vibrant, refreshing, but after 4 days of it, I'm looking at this stuff like it's punishment. No real joy in this. It's not about the food anymore. It's just about getting it over with. I want something, anything. A steak, a taco, a slice of pizza. Heck, I'd settle for a cracker at this point. But nope, just fruit. Sweet, juicy, never-ending fruit. On day 4, I spent $17.45, ate only 1,887 calories, and also ate 281 grams of sugar. I walked 10,932 steps and lost 0.8 pounds. On day 5, I woke up light and low energy.
Much better sleep last night, but feeling a little weak this morning.
I started the day with a glass of orange juice and then forced myself through a workout. Well, kind of had to drag myself through that one, but got it done. Another one. I still didn't have much of an appetite, so I packed my bags with a few snacks and went off to work. Even though I didn't eat much throughout the day, I started to feel a lot better as the day progressed. Another day of work done, and it's pretty surprising actually. I barely ate anything today, just a couple handfuls of fruit, and I have a really surprising amount of energy. Feeling great. It's kind of crazy how little food you can survive off on this diet. No surprise I'm losing a lot of weight though. On my way home, I returned to the new addition to my daily routine, stop at the grocery store. Every day I go grocery shopping and I'm like, oh, I should be stocked up for a little while. And then every single day, I find myself having to go back to the grocery store. My wallet is not happy about this diet. $34.90. All right, this has got to be the last trip. I'm done. All right, well, I've only had like 600 calories today. Time to go to jiu-jitsu. I'm actually not that hungry, to be honest, again, but I'm pretty behind on my calories, so I'm gonna eat this apple on the way and some of these banana chips as well. Let's do it. Great training session. Another great day in the life of a fruitarian, and now it is dinner time. We got a very special dinner tonight. Just enjoying this plum. For dinner, we have plantain, baking that in the oven right now. It's delicious. I've never had it. It's kind of like the cross between a potato and a banana. It's really good. Give it a shot. And this is a little controversial one. Corn. Yes, according to botanists, corn is a fruit. A lot of people think of it as a grain. Technically, according to the scientists out there, it's a fruit. Unfortunately, I can't put any butter on it, but we're gonna cook those up. Today, I also bought this rock melon, one of the most, I would say, hated fruits. Whenever you have a fruit salad, nobody likes the rock melon. I've never bought a rock melon. I've never eaten one whole. It's probably won't be for today, and I'm gonna whip up a little smoothie on top of that too. I think we need to cook some more. How many are you having of these? Hey, I'm Fruitarian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jazzy.
All right, this is gonna be a great change up from the typical super sweet dinner I've been having. Corn on the cob, a little bit criminal that there's no butter on here, but I put salt and pepper, and then the plantains. Everything's super hot, but now that's a good fruit. One important thing that almost all nutrition and diet experts agree is to eat seasonally and locally. And that is especially true for fruit. And one of the most important reasons is because of deuterium. Deuterium is a naturally occurring isotope of hydrogen. This hydrogen isotope contains a neutron, which makes it extra heavy. The issue with this molecule is because of its weight, it can cause some problems in the cells and enzymes, causing them to work inefficiently. Juicy and sugary fruit like grapes and mangoes are high in deuterium. However, it's not that big of an issue because the body can get rid of deuterium by sweating it out. And these types of fruit grow in hot, sweaty climates. The issue comes when you're living in a northern climate like Canada and someone is flying in a cargo plane full of Central American mangoes in the dead of winter. Most people aren't going to be able to process all that deuterium properly. So that's part of the reason why I was making sure I was getting a good sweat session in every day and not just sitting inside in the air conditioning. Well, that was a great dinner. I am super full. and I feel extremely slow and extremely tired. Insulin spike or crash or blood sugar high, something like that. It's hit me hard. On day 5, I spent $34.90, ate 2,778 calories. I also ate 331 grams of sugar, and I walked 8,013 steps and lost 1.8 pounds. On day 6, I could finally see the light at the end of the fruit tunnel.
Gained a little bit of weight back, but I'm pretty ready to be done with this challenge. Could really go for some eggs this morning.
I had a nice arm workout and then whipped up a fruit smoothie for breakfast.
Just made me look good.
One interesting thing is, so far my legs are extremely sore today from that deadlift workout yesterday. And it wasn't the hardest workout. Kinda slacked off a bit, to be honest. And yeah, don't think I'm quite as recovering quite as well as normal. I had a ton of fruit for lunch and then ran some experiments in the afternoon. The fruit continued on my way home. And because it was Friday, we were getting ready to hit the town. All right, all done work. We're gonna go see a comedy show tonight. So before that, gotta get some food in. For dinner, early dinner, late lunch, I'm gonna have the ugly stepchild of fruit, the melon. Actually smells all right, but I got a secret ingredient. Probably just gonna have half of that. The secret ingredient is this can of passion fruit pulp. So this for sure is gonna be delicious. So if the melon's not that good, smother it all in this, make it taste good. All right, almost a kilo. Smells pretty good. Let's give it a shot. Tastes pretty good too. Let's see what happens if you eat a kilo of it. Oh, with the passion fruit juice, that is incredible. Best part, comes in its own bowl. So it turns out these things are actually pretty good. Right around the center, they're delicious. And as soon as you start getting closer and closer and closer to the rind, they kind of lose a lot of flavor and they don't taste very good at all. But it's good enough. I'm gonna have the second half now. Second half done. After impregnating myself with rock melon, it was time to go to our show. Because I didn't train jiu-jitsu today, we had to stop for a bowl of acai, because if you don't know, one bowl of Brazilian acai is equivalent to a 90-minute training session of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. All right, got this delicious thing of frozen yogurt. All of this is for a lady, except for this part. This part, acai, this is for me. I also got this thing called a finger lime. Oh, that was really sour. We really enjoyed this snack and we even ran into some friends before heading off to our show. This was part of the Fringe Festival that was going on. It was super entertaining and we had a lot of laughs throughout the night. After the show, my wife was still hungry because she's not an elite fruit dieter like myself. So she got a burger and it had some grilled pineapple on it, so I stole that. When we got home, I whipped up yet another fruit smoothie to end off the night. All right, well, that's the end of day number 6. Just gonna drink this giant fruit smoothie I made up and also have the rest of these banana chips. Pretty good day. Definitely getting over the fruit diet though. That burger was super tempting today. Well, this has been a great journey. I'm glad it's coming to a close tomorrow. Now I know my Netflix algorithm has been listening to me too. Not just your regular social media algorithms. So apparently Netflix has games now. You can play Underwater Melon. What is this? Give me a melon. Oh, the dopamine. So much dopamine. Just want a melon. We got a peach. Got a melon. Oh, we didn't even get a melon. On day 6, I spent $12.37, ate 2,996 calories, ate 324 grams of sugar, I walked 11,565 steps, and I actually gained 1.8 pounds.
Final day of the fruit life. Last day of being a frugivore. We're off for a group hike this morning, so just brewing up some coffee for that.
I started off with an ice cold glass of orange juice before driving out to the bush. The hike went great, but it was a really hot day, so as soon as we finished, I had to stop once again, hopefully for the final time, at the grocery store, where I picked up some grapes and some more orange juice. Oh, the most delicious and the most expensive fruit. After that, I immediately went to another grocery store, and this time I was done for real. Hopefully. Another $11.50, but that's definitely the last purchase of the challenge. It's been an expensive one, that's for sure. So one major question I had was, am I going to get diabetes from eating all this sugar? The answer is probably not. Here's why. Most fruits are rich in fiber, which slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. This means the natural sugars in fruit, like fructose, have a much slower, more controlled impact on blood sugar levels, reducing the risk of the spikes. And this study confirms that. This meta-analysis concluded that higher intake of fruits and vegetables is associated with a reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. Specific whole fruits were linked to a lower risk, while fruit juices showed a positive association with increased risk. So as long as you eat your fruit with fiber, you should be good to have as much as you want. Also, fruits tend to be low in calories relative to their volume, which means you can eat a good amount without consuming excessive calories. Since it's quite rare to develop diabetes on a calorie-restricted diet, the low-calorie nature of fruit makes it really unlikely to lead to that condition. The World Health Organization recommends no more than 50 grams of sugar a day. Now, I'm eating like 6 to 8 times that per day right now. And I don't think endlessly pounding down sugar is necessarily a good idea for health. However, if we've learned anything in life, it's that if the WHO tells us to do anything, basically do the exact opposite for optimal health. I'm a disgusting, sticky, slippery, fruity mess after that, but that was amazing. One of my favorite meals so far. I had another fresh glass of orange juice, and then I was ready to chillax island style. Alright, a pretty lazy afternoon, just relaxing, but now we're gonna head down to the beach, watch the sunset, catch up with some friends. Feeling pretty full. Don't think I need to stuff down any more fruit at the moment. The beach was super refreshing and the sunset was a perfect way to finish off this challenge. I even snuck in a few more pieces of fruit later on that night. Well, had a great night, but pretty tired now. Just gonna have a few olives here and hit to bed. And that's gonna finish off 7 days straight of fruit. Check in the morning. On day 7, I spent $37.71, ate 2,305 calories, and I ate 286 grams of sugar. I walked 18,094 steps, and I gained 0.6 pounds. 7 days of fruit. Sweet, refreshing, like a tropical vacation in my mouth. But now I'm done. The sugar, the juice, the constant citrus. It's like I've been trapped in a fruit salad. I'm about to lose my mind. I want a steak, a big, bloody slab of meat. Something with weight, something that satisfies. Not this light, airy sweetness anymore. No more watermelon, no more apples. I want savory. I want a crust on the outside, pink in the middle, and the smell of sizzling in the pan. Not some dainty piece of meat either. No, I'm talking real steak. Thick, juicy, the kind that makes your fork scrape the sear, that perfect crust, the kind you can hear sizzling from the next room, a sound that says, yes, I'm what you've been waiting for. I want to bite into it and feel that deep, rich flavor, salt, fat, beef. It's not even about hunger anymore, it's about need. I've been running on fruit for days, and now my body's throwing up red flags, screaming for the heft of a steak, the rich protein that says, I'm here, I'm real, and I'll make you feel whole again. This fruity paradise, it's over. I need meat. Couldn't have asked for a better breakfast. Have a look at this. Nice big sirloin steak, cooked perfectly. This swamp of cheese. Apparently there's some eggs under there. I'll let you know.
nice piece of sourdough bread, coffee, some milk and honey.
Overall, doing the fruit diet for a week was a positive experience for me. I really enjoyed the high energy levels, great hydration, the flavor of the diet, the better digestion, and the deeper, more restful sleep. Some of the downsides were the high eating frequency, the difficulty of maintaining calories, the cost, the mental slowness after eating a meal, and obviously the restrictiveness was difficult because once you can only have one thing, even if that thing's delicious, you just crave everything else. During this week, I spent a total of $292, which averaged out to $28.70 per day. I ate a total of 18,025 calories for an average of 2,572 calories per day. I ate a total of 2,372 grams of sugar for an average of 339 grams per day. I walked a total of 77,226 steps for an average of 11,032 steps per day. And I ended up losing a total of 3.4 pounds. My body composition may have changed slightly, but it's hard to see any real differences after just 1 week.
That was incredible. But it's 6:30 in the morning. I just smoked out my apartment. I'm sweating. That was totally worth it.
Doing this diet was a great experience, and it's definitely another tool I have in my toolbox of health and biohacking techniques. I love fruit, but I also love meat and eggs. Like most things, the optimal is probably found somewhere in the middle. And balance and moderation is probably where we can all find our most healthy selves. I may not go full frugivore for long term, but I will for sure keep eating a ton of local and seasonal fruit. Thanks for watching.